metal tines. I wanted to be able to amplify metal, so I did a lot of tempering work and like audio, acoustic, resonance possibilities for like feedback, so that like a metal body could um, pro, pro, no, convey its own resonant structure, and then that would be heightened through amplification. And then later I moved to wood and did similar things using bows and hurdy-gurdies to, just like in the Gutai movement, you want to make the materials scream. So it's been about inanimate materials. And then, with the solid backing in computer design and just kind of creative programming, sometimes just the raw programming would be material too. But where the MFE took me was into meat design. And it's a memento mori. It's about the human and where we go. And my piece with the pig layer piano and the digital artistry allows people to realize that they can still play games post mortem. So as a good kind of like Marxist, like want to cut the middle businessman out, I invested in my own truly genuine meat machine. The other meat machines are of my own design, but it's important to go right back to the source. So I'm going to be cutting some 1.5 millimeter ham today. It's important to dialogue with the material. The art of meat cutting, I put it somewhere between wanting a full slice, like a paper thin, but you don't want it to goo up. You don't want it just to turn into chibble. There's a threshold. In artificial intelligence, they call it the lambda threshold, where there's enough complexity to keep the system moving, and then there's enough entropy and corrosion to just return the system back to a normalized center. This is recycled meat. It was originally cut about a month ago at the La Esperanza market on Ocean. But the guy, he was just trying to get the work done, so he had like 1 centimeter slices for me. So I had to do it myself, because I'm going for 1 millimeter. And all of these are going to be applied to the pig layer piano outside at the MFA show that's going on right now. Do you want to go with another question?
Yeah, you want to turn that thing off?
Oh, sure.
Can you just describe your different pieces and what?
Oh, well, for the show, we went with 4 pieces that all focus on disinteraction or desensitization. I like to think that computer use is kind of confounded in trying to imitate humanity. When you use the computer, it's just trying to say that it's a cordial friend. And all that simulation that's mediating ourselves, usually just by ourselves. You use a computer and you're by yourself, but they try to make you think that you're with someone else. So I've been playing with automating the computer-human interface with meat, so that you yourself, you're still outside of the loop of the human or the meat, the body, playing the computer mind. And also my 2 other works, one's purely electrical and one's more programming based, are to give humans a chance to play with a sensitive structure, so that a little 2 millimeter interface for a dowel through a shaft that has 30, 40, 50 sensors that all matrix light possibilities on some light grids in the space. And the other piece called Rat King is just about 8 mice that you control all at once using 2 orbs, and then you control 4 computers. So you're getting more control than you would ever expect. But you're not even entirely in control of any particular piece. So it's just playing with all the different ratios of the human using a mechanism. Either that's too much control or too little, or completely out of the dialogue, so that you're like a third person outside of the argument of man versus machine.
What was significant for you? Like, what came up as you were developing those works?
What is that?
What was like? What was like? I guess like what was your takeaway? Like what do you think was the compelling parts of it that stood out for you?
Well, probably just a chance to look at a barbecue as a ready-made, something I could rectify. Could I improve upon? I like to take pretty much quite well anything that's got some kind of complex mechanism. It's already been endowed by society with creative inventism. Thousands of millions of dollars might be invested in making the iPad as user-friendly and compact as it is. And then an artist can just roll up and say, this is my appropriation. I'm going to write software for it, or I'm going to redesign what this original mechanism was for. So sometimes it's something as complex as an iPad, and sometimes as simple as just little pins and nails inside of organs and pinball machines.
Cool. So what do you want people to take away from interacting with your work?
Well, in the iPad work, I want them to take away kind of like I don't know, maybe the John Waters kind of perversion. Like you'll never be able to touch a computer the same way again once you see that they've been mistreated, massaged, the way that this meat is going to be doing in interactive art for us. And then for the other pieces and just my work in general, I really like the splendor or like the thought that everything's animated. There's an animism integral to every metal, every molecule. They all have their possibilities and their interconnections. And certain art pieces can make it so that we can take maybe the long walk across the bridge and dawdle with all the nuances of a software or of a intricate lightboard configuration.
So, so how's DANM and UCSC provided the space for you to do these things?
Well, they provided me about I don't know, like 16 square feet, maybe 15 square feet. But I think I turned it into about like 20 cubic feet of storage space. And last year I used to use the shared room as like my storage locker. But since I've realized that I can store it all on my desk, right over there. If you wanted to move the camera to a different scene.
Okay.